I think I'll find an avatar more appropriate for the world I'm in. Bruh. Bruh. Mr. Data, Warp Factor 3. Mm-hmm. Oh, just is open. No, this says not open. Just says a little Star Trek kid inside my head. Mm. How do you fire torpedoes? That was over here. That's over here, Mr. Worf's section. Hmm. Photon torpedoes widespread, Mr. Worf. Weapon system, phaser, power status, auxiliary target scanners, target lock. He had to do a lot of stuff. You know, Worf had to just like, I gotta get over here now. Oh, target lock, Captain. Just jump right over here. Control the weapon systems, whatever the hell that means. Torpedo guidance, intruder scan. You know, I wonder if this is like accurate size, because on the TV show, they make it look way bigger than it is. This is probably is like accurate, because this ship was like huge if it was real. So you're talking about a bridge this size controlling the entire thing is like a floating city. It's just awesome. 9 sensor probes. Engineering. Oh, science. Science. Force torpedo inventory. Now, I think that this Enterprise, the D, had industrial replicators, so they could just make torpedoes as they went. Phaser control. Torpedo launchers. Yeah, it's like Worf had a lot of stuff to do. He was like, boink, boink. Okay, I'm looking over Riker's shoulder right now, trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing. Counselor Troy, why are you even on the bridge? Just read my mind. What am I saying right now? Go the fuck. Forget it. Operation management, operation priorities, warp drive systems. Always fascinated me about these ships, you know. I love the ships because being able to go just by anywhere, just even at like warp 5, you know, you could be, I don't know, you can be anywhere in no time. Proximus, Altair, Beetlejuice. Which I would love to see that star. Big red giant. I don't know much about this like real life stuff. I could probably tell you how warp drive works. Can't sit in this? No. Can I stand in it? No. I love this ship, you know? Especially replicators. The replicators are the best technology. Not right next. Well, I guess it could be the transporter. Replicators are just like transporters, except they make stuff out of atoms that's already in the system. If you put atoms in the system, it takes the atoms back out and makes like a steak, like a shipping container. You put a shipping container in a replicator, it scrambles the atoms around and makes something that looks like a steak, and then you have to put like the vitamins and the minerals and everything in it. Of course, you have synthahol. You get drunk, but you can easily dismiss those effects, so you can go back to shooting at Klingons. What's Riker doing here? I love this ship. Think about bringing all of this controlled with antimatter. That's the fuel that they use. Make a warp field. Ready room. Well, which way is the ready room? Oh, this is the captain's ready room. Of course, there's nothing in here. They couldn't make that for me. Turbo lift. Another. I think that's another turbo, or maybe that's the bathroom. I know there's probably a restroom somewhere. There's a. I need to catch up on my Star Trek stuff again. I would love to have like one of those phaser rifles. Mess with me now, bitch. I'll vaporize your ass. Impulse system, flight control. I think a Nova Beast would be right at home at this. The thing about these starships, though, I hear a lot of people talk about the bridge being on top of the saucer section. It's like too easy a target for an enemy to hit. They'll always be aiming toward it. Of course, this ship had a battle bridge, which was a secondary, like the Star Drive. But when you're, who's going to take control of the ship? I don't know. I always thought that maybe the nacelles would always be an easier target. That's where you would normally shoot at a starship like this. It's like, or the neck. A lot of starships like this, Starfleet ships have like a neck that goes from the saucer section to the star drive. That's an easy target. Of course, a lot of Klingon ships, they have a neck like that too, but longer. And their deflector was actually in the torpedo launcher. You just basically just take its head off like a snake. That's kind of weird being here. I love this place. Be able to travel to stars, anywhere you want to go in the universe. Go meet 3-titty cat women. I'm looking at you, Captain Kirk. Maybe I'll find another Star Trek world. Voice crack. I will try to find another Star Trek world. I don't like yeah, but this is just the coolest one right now for me anyway. This takes me back to my childhood. Maybe they got the NCC 1701, the Constitution class. I'll have to look for that. Ooh, the Excelsior. That would be cool too. Hmm. Ooh, transporters. I love the transporters. They say you go through a transporter, it automatically kills you and then brings you back to life. And it does. It actually does. It takes your atoms apart, puts them in a buffer, saves them, and then shoots them back out somewhere else. So basically, it just disintegrates you, maps out your atoms, and then puts those atoms back together again. It basically just kills you, and then it brings you back to life. Or maybe it just replicates you. You die anyway, and then it replicates you into a living something else that's not you, but close. Okay. Till next time.